bro. I'm gonna call you later, okay? Yeah, I got that. I just got that text message from DoorDash right now. That stupid ass text message. I do this for Wakanda! For Wakanda! Hell no. Because somebody was saying that they nerfed the King of Wakanda and they were crying about it. Bro, I just got that text message too. I just got that text message for DoorDash. Yeah, I just saw that shit. It should, bro. I'm looking at my shit right now and it's like is just steady chilling. Yeah, I'm worried. Um, they don't have no Swiss burgers, right? They don't have like mushroom burgers, right? And no Swiss burger. Yeah, yeah, get that one then. Just get a regular Whataburger. Yeah, just get a regular one. That hoe, cause that hoe gonna hit every time. Just let me know when I start live. Oh shit! I thought I said like some grenades or something. No, in the game. I thought I set off a booby trap or something. What a piece of shit. still feels the same temperature as it was whenever it was bright outside. It's wild as fuck. I was gonna wait to get us a pizza tomorrow, because it's only the weekend. But I'm not worried if you get a pizza. I was just gonna get us one. Yeah, he probably. My daddy. He said, you know what they do.
That tourist crosses me, they'll regret it. Look, that tourist is hurrying at a clock.
Have a seat. Came all this way. Least I can do is let you rest your feet for a second.
You said what? Boy, it is.
Have a seat, and then we'll talk.
Oh, yeah.
The Sierra Madre. Beauty, isn't she? She the one who invited you here?
I mean, you'll be alright.
Or
You
maybe...
gotta wait.
By the way... Sounds like you've done some blue... And that's what... Just because I work in entertainment doesn't mean I... And if you put me... That's... Not leaving me much choice. The fountain, huh? I'll follow you. I'm not going alone, trust me. Not like I'm a... I'm... Don't have to take the long way back. There's a shortcut across the way, you see. It's through the cloud, but if I'm with you, I can help you through it. If you didn't already force the lock to the gate, that is. Going to be sad to leave the residential district.
H-O-L-T.
Well, not really. Sure left a lot of traps around. Sometimes I forget where they are. Don't dive in for too long. Only so much I can do to help. Sierra Madre may wait, not me. Don't dive in for too long. Only so much I can do to help.
None of these places are closed? Nigga, I got a Popeyes order like at 10:30 in the morning. I'm like, 10 something in the morning. I'm like,
Getting
Popeyes
real
is closed right now.
tired of... Well, let's steal. Well, let's steal. What's next? I can help you with the cloud. Not for long, though. Don't dive in for too long. Only so much I can do to help. You sure came a long way to rob this place. Guess greed is in the blood. Watch out. What if you see a prize lying around? The ghost people leave supplies as traps. I can help you with the cloud. For long, though. Watch out if you see a prize lying around. The ghost people don't dive in for too long. Only so much I can do to help.
Oh, so they're just camping?
I can help you with the cloud. Not for long, though.
Oh my god. They know they're making money. They want to make money, bro. Now get your Mexican ass on and buy that shit.
That's getting real tired of tourist season. No offense, but you guys are lowering the bar. Even without cars or factories. Well, now, if it is...
Why are you getting a lot of Are you getting a lot of bullshit? Okay. Can you bring me something to eat? But just if you can bring me a burger or something, just something like that.
You sure came a long way to rob this place. Guess greed is in the blood. Those machines, Sinclair's little gifts, lasted longer than needed. If you need food, stims, put in a chip. Hold out your hand.
Alright, bro, just call me later then, okay? Yeah, I'm probably gonna be up for a bit. Yeah, why?
Don't dive in for too long.
Okay,
There's only so much I can do to help. Sierra Madre may wait, not me. Don't dive in. This crouching's hell on my knees. We're not heading to the police station, are we? Ghost people hunt there.
I am the ghost. I am not scared of the ghost people.
You sure came a long way to rob this place. Guess greed is in the blood. Sierra Madre is not getting any younger. What's next?
Noise makes my stomach hurt.
What are we doing in here? Planning to toss me in a cell?
Turn the noise off.
Hey, those are my emergency supplies. I mean, I know we're in a bad spot here. Just, leave me something, all right?
Hiding downstairs.
It's done a lot when this game turned up.
Never liked the chief here. Real stickler for policy. Let's steal.
He's watching, waiting for you. You to try and let me go. So hungry.
This crouching's hell on my knees.
I'll be good this time. I promise, Master. Just keep him away. So hungry. Don't let him make me hurt myself. Hurt keeps him away. good this time. I promise, Master. Just keep him away. Makes dog hurt self.
Made off with a lot of mines, shotguns, and explosives from here. Wasn't easy with the ghost people around.
I'll be good this time. I promise, Master. Just keep him away. I'll be good this time. I promise, Master. Just keep him away.
Sierra Madre is not getting any younger.
I'll be good this time.
Knew you would come. Below the cage. Down to where I am. Maybe you saw the letters I scratched on the villa walls. A little farther. Follow my voice. That's it. The one in the cage? Dog. I had to lock him up. He keeps disobeying me.
Watch out if you see a prize lying around. The ghost people leave supplies as traps.
I can't see it.
This crouching's hell on my knee. Watch out if you see a prize lying around. The ghost people leave supplies as traps.
That's me, there on the table. The disc. My voice. Can't take any chances, though. You may be some victim who simply stumbled down here. If so, can't let you let Dog out. No, not yet. If you're who I think you are, you came to fetch Dog. Use him to drag others here. Now I'll use you. And that Pip-Boy you're wearing. You're smart, clever. The key to Dog's cage is simple. Take my voice to the cage above. Let me speak to the beast inside. Then you and we can talk.
Sierra Madre is not getting any younger. Sure glad one of us knows what you're doing.
So hungry.
Dog, back in the cage.
What have we here? You weren't who I was expecting. I'm disappointed. Still, even if you aren't my intended guest, you take direction. Good. You can't have been an idiot to figure out how to release me from my cage. Or perhaps you are, with that leash on your arm, and the one around your neck. With our collar. Trauma. Do you... The key? Why, it's the old man. No. Why did I lock him in the cage? I locked him in because I could feel him getting hungry again. There wasn't much time. If Dog roams, he gets into trouble. Eats things he shouldn't. Listens to others he shouldn't. So he's safer in here. We're safer in here. I hoped if I locked him in here, the one he obeys would come for him. Instead, I get you. Don't play stupid. I already have to mind one child. You must have figured it out by now. The old man obsessed with the Sierra Madre, riddled with greed. Hoped you might be him when I woke up. All you are is his hand. You're the same kind of greed. Followed the radio, the broadcast, and now you're here, all confused. Not for long. You'll figure it out. Elijah. Human. Weak like all of you are. Feeling age circling him like starved dogs, howling for blood. To me, he reeks of age and failure. And madness. To me, he is simply the old man. To Dog, he is Master. His name, meaningless. Running out of years, hopes and dreams running through his withered hands like sand from the big empty. and scorched by the sun. The old man, this Elijah, tried to hold the sun in his hands. Arrogance was cast down for it. Icarus' crime was to fly too high. Elijah wanted to bring the sun down to him. Arrogance. Heard the call of the Sierra Madre, just like you did. Exactly the same way. Finds out it's more than a story. Comes to this shining, poisonous grail, this jewel of the desert. Dog knows him more than I do. Dog's always nodding, always obeying him, because he's weak and hungry and greedy for Master's affection. You're not him any more than I'm Dog. But that collar around your neck, you're an extension of the old man's grasp. Clumsy, perhaps, but a tool, yes. And once you get acclimated to the Sierra Madre, then you'll feel the same overpowering hunger the old man does. And then you'll be him, not just... Of course I know. Even if I don't see it happen. Every time you heard the way back doesn't matter. Try to leave, try to disobey, and your collar ends the journey faster than you can say, begin again. You're clever. You'd be able to find a way back if you left the villa. I can find the way back, if back is where I even wanted to go. Until the old man lets you go, you're going nowhere. This beautiful paradise, with all its... Me? You think I want to haul... You were in a man trap, and Dog made his rounds, and dragged you here. When, I don't know. But... I don't remember you. That isn't surprising. What is... Must have already been in the cage. Already had the collar in me. You're lucky Dog didn't devour you. Otherwise, we'd be closer than we are now. Dog...
Yes. What's up, man? I'm chilling. I'm still awake. Just go slow, bro. Just go slow.
No.
Yeah. Oh shit, you did? Yeah. Are you alright? Thank you.
Then I still win. The old...
Okay, bro. Just down. Just be careful, please. I was getting stuck too.
No. They all wanted their freedom at first.
What did I say? I said that. Oh, I said that. No, I ain't asked you anything. I just said that. I just want that sentence. You look the same.
Then they realized they could get inside the Sierra Madre. After that, their freedom wasn't important anymore. They couldn't let... No. Even if you feel that way, it won't last. You'll forget, get greed blind, and you'll turn. Dog. Don't play stupid. You're... Of course. Yes, you could. And once he was out, all starving and hungry, be careful what cage you open, because he won't go back in it without a fight. He'll tear you apart. He won't care if it kills you both.
Okay, I'll be up. Alright. Bye-bye.
Dog? You're not talking to him now, are you? No. Even if you could drag Dog out of his cage, you still couldn't get him. I put him here for a reason. If he could have escaped, he would have. Yes, but Dog doesn't know that. We don't Now I think it's a blessing. It keeps you on that side of the cage. Now, you... Yeah. Dog obeys, yes. Why? Do you have some means of contact? You... don't play it. If you do, I'll find a way to get out of the cage. End you. No, you wouldn't. If you did, you won't escape this place alive. I'd shatter every one of your limbs to... You think I'm afraid of your collar exploding, killing us? I'll prop your broken body in view of the Sierra... Prove it. No. No, you're not. You may regret this. This place is where creatures... He is as vicious, more vicious than them. His hunger can help you more than I can. The... Yeah. You already have someone in your
Well, now, if it is... Well, let's steal. Better make sure he's dead. Poke him with a stick or something. Sure glad one of us knows what you're doing. Better make sure he's dead. Poke him with a stick. Sierra Madre may wait, not me. You sure came a long way to rob this place. Guess greed is in the blood. sure glad one of us knows what you're doing. Breath of fresh air in here, literally. If you need to take a breather from the cloud, this is a good spot. Sierra Madre is not getting any younger. This could... Crouching's hell on my knees. Watch out if you see a prize lying around. The ghost people... leave supplies as traps. Sierra Madre may wait, not me. Watch out if you see a prize lying around. The ghost people leave supplies as traps. What's next? Of course. We'll get to it. Cloud wasn't always here. Grew over the years, even without cars or factory. Going to need a hand here, partner. Place is haunted. What's next? Don't dive in for too long. Only so much I can do to help. Cloud wasn't always here. Grew over the years, even without cars or factories. Don't dive in for too long. Only so much I can do to help. Watch out if you see a prize lying around. Don't dive in for too long. Only so much I can do to help. I can help you in the cloud. Not for long, though. next? This crouching's hell on my knees. What's next? Getting real tired of tourist season. No offense, but you guys are lowering the bar. Place is haunted. Got ghosts walking in it. What's next? Sure glad one of us knows what you're doing. Don't. I can help you with the cloud. Not for long, though. sure glad one of us knows what you're doing. Music to my... I can help you with the crowd, not for long. Watch for... What are we doing here for? This place is... well, it's haunted. Seriously, we should get out of here. The security holograms shoot on sight, and you can't even hurt them. Sierra Madre may wait, not me. You sure came a long way to rob this place. Guess greed is in the blood. You sure came along. There's a picture. A bunch of headless saps all waiting for the pearly gates. Whoever did this messed up. Sierra Madre's not getting any younger. What, you need surgery done? Let's get out of here. Those speakers on the wall are making my nerves do a dance. You sure came a long way to rob this place. Get... better make sure he's dead. Poke him with a stick or something. Going to need a hand here, partner. Of course. It was getting too quiet. Time to cash this one out.
What's this?
Sierra
Why,
Madre may wait.
It's a little doll. Were you carved by a craftsman? Or mauled by a drunk who didn't know his tools? I'm not going to hurt you. Yet. Much. Scars tell a story. Some old.
If it isn't the... If it isn't the...
Good. Well done. Now for the festivities and your parts in all this. The owner of the Sierra Madre, for whatever reason, keyed the grand opening to the gala event itself. It needs to be fired off in order for the casino doors to open. As I've discovered, one person can't do it. So get your team into position indicated on your Pip-Boy, then trigger it properly. You're so close now, don't let me down. Otherwise, I'll have to... I've unlocked the west and east gates to quest the... Now that you select... A display of lights, fireworks, music, and the... It is a... After that... Now that you...
Was that him floating above the fountain, the boss man? The one who put these books... Sure does like to make a presentation. We should keep it down, or else the ghost people are going to swarm the gates. VERYHARD. Supposed to be the grand opening. Don't... Yeah, don't you? Or guess Vera Keys got lost along with the... Vera was a big star.
Humans' insides would look like late. Wasn't wearing a collar.
Oh, nice.
Sierra Madre may wait, not me.
What's taking that human so long?
This crouching's hell on my knees.
Did you read?
Sierra Madre is not getting any younger.
Sunrise at 7, but it should be 5 after 3.
Let's head through the hole. let's steal.
Oh wow, this member's only constant now.
Yeah, he does that.
Damn, I didn't even get to finish much.
Cause like the shills, they come in and they wanna copyright him. So for protecting his ass, you know, he makes sure. Like if you're gonna really fuck with my shit, you're gonna pay to come in, you know. Which is smart, you know. But I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think my videos are gonna be for everybody, and if you get in your feelings, then that's that.
Probably got some copyright shit from Rich Rapper.
What he got? Let's see what he got. What can we watch? We seen that one, right? Yeah. We seen.
I already know that this. I don't really want to watch it. Well, I already know that this hoe is gonna fail.
Snow White? Yeah, I don't even care about Snow White. Like the bitch weird. Rachel Zegler. That one's funny. The woke cancel pick with that one. The woke cancel pick. That one's the Sawyer bitch.
But I am struggling. I am really tired and really sad, honestly. I'm sad because of the sheer influx of hate that I have been receiving and the hate that my friends and mutuals have been receiving, and I'm sad about the Acolyte being canceled, and...
I'm just having a bad day.
Yeah, bad day?
Yeah.
It's about to get a whole lot worse.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see today, we are talking about soya.
Everyone has their reasons for liking things, and I myself could make a series of videos as to why I like the sequels, but the most important thing to remember is that the sequels were made for one primary reason: to usher a brand new era in of Star Wars fans. And that's exactly what they did.
Sierra Madre may wait.
Now, for those of you who are unaware, soya is a very special breed of pig, known as a cancel pig. Now, one of the ways you can tell she's a cancel pig is by the loud, screechy noises she likes to make while mating.
Oh! That girl's getting fucked by a fucking horse, dude.
Some cancel pigs have the ability to camouflage and make themselves actually look slightly attractive, when in reality they look like this. You can usually spot a cancel pig on most social media platforms: Twitter, X, TikTok. Lots of them have been migrating to Blue Sky as of late. You can occasionally spot one on YouTube, but as you can see here, views are quite scarce. You can also spot them at conventions like San Diego Comic-Con. Shout out to Yellow Flash and his crew for snapping a picture of this one out in the wild.
What I didn't expect to find was a photo, a very unflattering, ugly photo of myself circulating on platforms that are exponentially bigger than mine in an attempt to get their fan base to come to my account and tell me how ugly, how hideous, and how disgusting that I was.
Look, it was a bad angle, you guys. It was a bad angle. She even said so herself.
This photo has now circulated on multiple accounts.
That is
hilarious.
But if you dare go up to the Cancel Pig at the Comic-Con and call her a loser.
At Friday, towards the end of the con day, around 7 or 8 p.m., someone came up to me and yelled, "Hey, Sawyerism, good job trying to cancel YouTubers, loser."
Now, who would do a thing like that? More important question, who would allow that to basically ruin their entire weekend?
I had the absolute privilege of being at the Science of the Acolyte panel at LACC this weekend, but unfortunately, I was not able to enjoy my con experience.
Oh, that's a shame.
Basic Comic-Con etiquette. If you see an internet personality that you aren't a fan of, don't go up to them and scream in their face about how much you aren't a fan of them.
Raging Rhino did not scream in her face, by the way. That is fake news, and that is why she has thus deleted multiple tweets and TikToks regarding this incident.
No, but I'm so serious. Don't do that.
Yes, do not do it. Do not go up to the Cancel Pig and call them out for being a Cancel Pig.
Calling out bigoted behavior when I see it, because I definitely believe that that kind of content should be demonetized.
And what is bigoted behavior according to people like this? Basically just saying anything negative about someone or something they like. Another truly fascinating characteristic about the Cancel Pig is that they have no sense of humor whatsoever. They are incapable of laughing at themselves.
The hardest ones are the philosophy stuff, like talking about trying to fit who Kreia is.
Oh, they're talking about Darth Kreia?
Triggered.
Wait, what? I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Dude, I was literally looking the other way. I didn't.
You probably didn't mean to. Yeah, but
no.
Also, as you can see, she is currently in camouflage like we talked about earlier. And when the Cancel Pig is, God forbid, told no, or they don't get what they want, like when their precious acolyte got canceled, they, what's the most generous way I can say this? They don't handle it well.
Keep talking about the Acolyte and what the show meant to you. Keep posting the hashtags Renew the Acolyte and Save the Acolyte, and report on Disney Plus that you want to see an Acolyte Season 2.
Freaks me the f*** out.
This is your reminder that if you don't think a show or a movie is going to appeal to you, you don't have to watch it. And if somebody else is watching it and enjoying it, you don't have to ruin that for them.
And if a majority of people do not like something that you like and choose to voice their opinions on it, you don't have to allow that to ruin your enjoyment of it.
I understand that The Acolyte did not do as well as, say, The Mandalorian, but the viewership was not bad.
Is she right?
And if you're one of those people who's excited that The Acolyte was canceled, that's fine, but stop being assholes to people that really cared about the show.
Tell you what, I'll extend an olive branch and make you a deal. We will do that. We will do that the moment you stop getting triggered by it.
And I am close. I'm not there yet, but I feel myself pretty close to a breaking point.
1 minute later.
But some days are so hard.
Wow. Wow.
But if you've been on the internet in the Star Wars fandom this week, you've probably also noticed an uptick in the amount of harmful, hateful, and oftentimes downright racist or homophobic comments that have been circulating these spaces.
Yeah, you know, it might help your case a little bit if you provided some receipts to what you're talking about.
Lucasfilm didn't do anything to protect the cast and the crew of The Acolyte from all of the bigoted ideology that they were subject to throughout the course of this show airing on Disney+.
Well, that's a very entertaining story, but unfortunately real detectives have to worry about that little thing called evidence.
But the sad and unfortunate truth is, there is nothing we can do to stop these people.
Damn right. Damn right. Damn right. Yeah.
I'm Garrus Vakarian, and this is my rectum.
Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe.
That's that Patrick shit. That is that Patrick shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to hit my vibe.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I was about to reload it. You hear that? Let's see.
Which one could you like?
Damn. Hold on. Let me see if I have any new things.
I got you.
I probably don't have anything new. Arcade Fast. Okay.
Abandoned.
Oh, I like watching this nigga, bro.
What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, everybody, check it out, man. Look, this headline that you're looking at right now on Cosmic Book News should come as no surprise to nobody. Nobody should be shocked to see this headline talking about the Skeleton Crew has the worst Star Wars ratings on Disney Plus, lower than The Acolyte. Yeah, we expected this. We expected this when the Skeleton Crew was dropping. When we heard about the Skeleton Crew, oh, yeah, this thing is about to flop. There ain't going to be nobody watching this shit, all right? In order for you to watch the Skeleton Crew, you got to be a hardcore Disney Star Wars fan. And there ain't enough of them cats out there, all right, to boost this thing up in the ratings. It's just not enough Disney Star Wars fans. Star Wars fans, oh, you lost them cats. You lost Star Wars fans like back in Obi-Wan, all right? Back when Obi-Wan was dropped, everybody was like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. The Star Wars fans, however. The Disney Star Wars fans, and I call that group like the modern audience that Star Wars is trying to attract with all the woke DEI forces female bullshit. Like, that's Disney Star Wars fans. And them cats, it ain't enough of them. It ain't enough of them to get this thing up in the ratings. I'm sorry. It's not. You know, you had a very loyal group of original trilogy fans and prequelists that was able to carry the franchise through the lean times, like in between the trilogies. Because you remember that first trilogy, you got 3 films, and then you didn't see another film for 16 years. And then you got 3 more films, and then you didn't get another one through for 10 years. So you had fans, because Star Wars was one of the biggest franchises on the planet during that time with only 6 movies. You had fans that was going to carry the franchise through all the lean years. Buy the books, buy the video games, watch and scrape and talk about every piece of Star Wars merchandise, you name it. They were going to do it. But you pissed those people off. You know, you called them racists and bigots because they didn't rock with the DEI agenda. So those people said, bye, I'm gone. The Disney Star Wars fans, they're still hanging around, but it ain't a lot of them. It's just not a lot of them. And so, unfortunately, yeah, this is where you at. One thing about OG Star Wars fans is they probably would not have had a problem with the Skeleton Crew. The Skeleton Crew would have been like, whatever, nothing burger mostly, but it's not offensive. It's just kind of there, you know? It's just like it's a show. It's there, all right? You can watch it. It doesn't really do anything for me, but, you know, you could get through it. It's not like it's bashing you over the head with woke nonsense or whatever. Most OT Star Wars fans probably would have supported it, rocked with it, tried to come up with little theories and everything, discussed it. Nobody's talking about this show. Nobody cares about this show. The original trilogy fans, they're gone. A lot of prequelists, they're gone. And then the normies in the general audience, they ain't even bothering. They're saying the Star Wars is a dead brand. Why would I come back and watch this? The only people watching this are Disney Star Wars fans, and it ain't enough of them. Yeah, and then these same Disney Star Wars fans are shocked and stunned that nobody's watching the show. All right, you guys remember I covered this on the Gaming Bible. Star Wars fans don't know good TV even when it slaps them in the face. No. Star Wars fans are gone. Star Wars fans have fled the franchise. Now, and she's saying, well, you know, they're overlooking the Skeleton Crew. They sure as hell are. And they're not coming to watch this or anything else that Star Wars puts out. Again, until you see Kathleen Kennedy packing her bags and walking out the door, oh, okay, then maybe the Star Wars fans will come back. But Disney Star Wars fans are watching it, and y'all are shocked. Oh, how come nobody's watching the Skeleton Crew? It's so good. Yeah, you're the only ones that care about this franchise any longer. Everybody else has checked out. They are gone, and they're not coming back. And the normies, the general audience, they ain't watching. And the fact that this thing is on Disney Plus, I'm going to get to it in a minute, is really a big, giant slap in the face. The fact that it's on this giant streaming platform and nobody's watching it, it tells you everything you need to know. But yeah, you guys will remember, this chick was talking about on her social media timeline, you know, when the Acolyte was out, there was a lot of chatter about it, Khmer, or this or that, all right? But when the Skeleton Crew airs, I see nothing. No reactions, no theories, no praise. Nothing. Nobody's talking about the show. You know why nobody's talking about the show? Because nobody's watching the show. Like I said, none of this should come as any shock to anybody. Nobody should be surprised that nobody's watching the Skeleton Crew. Because listen, we've been telling you this the entire time. Hey, you're losing your fan base. You're losing your audience. You're trying to hand it over to this forces female agenda, and nobody's rocking with this. And because nobody's rocking with it, they're just tuning out. They're not catching this thing, and it's just going to continue to go downhill. We've been trying to tell these cats over the last few years. Look, the Skeleton Crew is failing to place inside Luminate's weekly top 10 streaming charts, something that really does not bode well for the series. It doesn't bode well for this series or any Star Wars thing. Anything Star Wars is doing. It doesn't matter if it's a movie, it doesn't matter if it's a television show, an animated series, it doesn't matter if it's toys, it doesn't matter what it is. Star Wars is a dying brand. These people have killed the brand. Just because they're cranking out content doesn't mean the brand is strong, especially when you see, hey man, this thing can't even get on the top 10 streaming charts. It can't crack a top 10, a Star Wars series, and they're throwing hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars after every single one of these projects. But we've been saying this. And it's like now everybody's like, oh shit, nah, look, lower than the Acolyte. Again, not surprising whatsoever. Let's go ahead and check this out. And so this is the Nielsen ratings for the first 2 episodes of the Skeleton Crew are in, revealing that they are worse than the Acolyte, worse than Andor, and seemingly the worst Star Wars ratings on Disney+. Skeleton Crew is also the first Star Wars show to not have its premiere make the Nielsen ratings, which are automatically tuned in or turned on for your Disney accounts. Samba TV, look, Samba TV is cowards. They don't want to post them numbers up anymore. All right. They used to give us some really, really good numbers where you could look at, hey, this is what the premiere episode did for this show over this amount of days, and here's what the final episode did. We used to be able to do that, compare and contrast. That's out. They ain't giving that information anymore. They give it for other shows. Look, Samba TV is still giving that information out for other shows, just not Disney Plus shows, all right? Just not Star Wars and Marvel shows, all right? It says they haven't published those in a while. All right, it tells you everything you need to know about how co-opted Samba TV is. It's really funny, man. But particularly alarming is that the Skeleton Crew premiered its first 2 episodes on the same night, yet still failed to appear in the Nielsen ratings despite having an entire week to qualify. That's wild, man. That's wild. Yeah, so look, here are the Nielsen ratings. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this. Yeah, so you can see this is December 2nd to December 8th. Skeleton Crew dropped December 2nd. You guys remember, they bumped it up a day just so they could capture as much as they could in terms of information. Didn't matter. Didn't matter. Still doesn't chart in the top 10 on Nielsen. And here's what's really crazy, right? You see what's charted. And here's what's crazy, all right? You see the shows that are out, all right? And you see what streaming platform they're on. You know, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Netflix. We got Prime Video and 3 Paramount Pluses, all right? So you got Paramount Plus pushing content on the top 10 in streaming on Nielsen. Paramount Plus does not have as many subscribers as Disney Plus. It's not even close, y'all. What is the actual number? Hold on a second. Okay, so check it out. I just Googled this, all right? So it says here, as of October of 24, Disney Plus had more subscribers than Paramount Plus. Here's the comparison. Disney Plus had 153.6 million subscribers, and then Paramount Plus had 71.2 million subscribers. So Paramount Plus had less than half of the amount of Disney Plus subscribers back in October. And I'm pretty sure they didn't pile all kinds of extra people on, you know, in November and December. I'm pretty sure they didn't have, oh yeah, we just added another 70 million to catch up with Disney. Disney has like more than double the subscribers of Paramount Plus. And yet and still, they can't climb into the chart with a Star Wars show? They have to be embarrassed, man. They have to be embarrassed. This tells you what you need to know. 3 Paramount Plus shows are charting, all right? What is that? Tulsa King, Landman, Special Ops Lioness are beating a Star Wars series, all right? And then you got Netflix beating it as well. Man on the Inside, The Ultimatum. What is this? The Great British Baking Show. Skeleton Crew can't beat the Great British Baking Show, y'all. It can't beat it. It cannot beat this Great British Baking Show. Star Wars. And now we're hearing that we might be getting a Knights of the Old Republic show next, all right? Going downhill fast, y'all. Going downhill pretty fast. This is going to be a disaster, all right? If they do this is going to be the end of the franchise. Like, you still got some meat on the bones if you decide to say, hey, let's wait until Kathleen Kennedy gets fired, and then let's make a Knights of the Old Republic show. And let's make sure we do it the correct way. Get some fans involved instead of letting the woke idiots and Dave Filoni and all of these other jackasses, letting them have a friend. Like, no. Let's get some real writers in here that care about the franchise and know what works and what doesn't, you know? I mean, they're just dropping the ball left and right. But yeah, again, just going back to Skeleton Crew, man, none of this should be any surprise to anybody at all. None of this should surprise you. We saw this coming. We knew this was coming. Again, this is just proof positive that the fan base that carried for Star Wars for over 40 years has left the franchise. From 77 all the way up to 17 with The Last Jedi, a lot of people were saying we're done. A few of them still hung around all the way through Mando Season 2, and then they're done. And here's what's left. This is the fan base you got now. You're not replacing the old fans with any new fans. Disney Star Wars fans, it's not enough of them. All right? There's more of us. There's not enough of you. And this is proof of that. This is proof that there's not enough of these clowns, these shills that get out there and promote and push Disney Star Wars all the live long day. This is y'all. This is what you guys got to show for yourselves. The lowest ratings ever on Disney Plus for a Star Wars show, lower than that trash The Acolyte. This, again, I can't say it any other way. You get what you get, Lucasfilm. If Kathleen Kennedy still got a job by this time next year, it's over, man. You guys have lost everybody. The only thing folks are really caring about, maybe Andor might be good, but that's about it. I think Mando and Grogu is gonna flop. I think that is gonna flop hard. I don't think that movie makes any money. I don't think it makes any money. I don't think anybody cares about Star Wars anymore. And it's been too long since they've even seen Mando and Grogu. I think that shit is going to flop super hard. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation. Again, shouldn't be shocked, shouldn't be surprised. This is the best that you ever gonna get when it comes to Disney Star Wars fans. Everybody else is checked out. This is the best you're gonna get. It's gonna get worse from this. It's gonna get worse and worse and worse the more shit you bring out. You know? Let's just call a spade a spade. It is what it is. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.
Oh, this thing on the live stream right now. Oh. Derek Anderson.
He live right now? What they talking? Oh,
This is the problem, ladies and gentlemen. When you got people that don't know what the hell they're talking about, she's just reading a card. She's reading a card. She didn't take 5 minutes to understand, hey, before I read this and make an idiot out of myself, what does URL mean? Go to one of these 8 or 9 people standing behind you and ask a question before you jump up in front of the podium and speak to the city. Talking to the mic and speaking to the city. Jump, hey, real quick, because I don't know what this means. You should know everything on that card. Listen, I don't know everything. I'm saying I'm the smartest person in the world, but if I have to read some sort of a message to the entire city and this is going to get broadcast all over the country, I'm going to make sure everything that I'm about to read on this card, I'm going to know exactly what it is. I'm gonna know everything about it. Even if I don't know it, I'm gonna know something about it, at least have some kind of, small idea of what it is I'm about to say. This chick literally just got up there and
even
said,
the name of your own website, maybe. Just don't even know the name of your own website.
You gotta spell shit out for these people, Cyphex. You gotta spell shit out. You gotta spell it out, man.
You sure came a long way to
she might as well have just said, hey, if you got a problem, just Google it. Just fucking Google it, guys. You guys all have cell phones, right? Just use your cell phone and find out how to fix this, because we don't got answers for you. Sorry.
It's just unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. This is where we're at, right? This is where we're at. URL deals. That's where we're at, man. Bruh, it's crazy right now. This is DEI in a nutshell, okay? Let me say this. The reason that Karen Bass got elected as mayor is because she's a black woman. That's it, that's all. I'm saying it right now. It's because she's a black woman. And people, this was I think she got elected in 22. I want to say 2022. So she's been mayor a little over 2 years. And it was all about, she's a black woman. She's a woman of color, whatever you want to say, and she's a woman, and that's it. That's it. That's the only reason this chick got elected. And I remember everybody doing backflips in LA. We got a black mayor. We got a black woman mayor. Because we've had black mayors before, but we have a black woman mayor.
For too long.
Everybody was doing backflips for this chick, and I'm sorry, man. She was already in another country while this was going on, as people were warning her, hey, yo, the Santa Anas are coming. They're coming fast. You know what that means. Santa Anas is here. Chances are it's going to be some fires. because it always happens. All right. As a resident of the city.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's like always around this time too, like January, February, and then during the summer. Like you'd think if you're gonna be here, be there for these couple months, you know, like.
The wrong time to leave the state and go to another country? What are you doing? Yeah. So yeah, she's a DEI hire. Okay. She's an absolute DEI hire. And so let's go ahead and move into the main topic that I wanted to talk about tonight, because I think with this fire and the nonsense that's going on, I think we're starting to see a pushback, not just from the citizens, but also from some of these companies. All right. McDonald's is the latest company to roll back diversity goals. And this is huge. And this is taken off all over the internet. Everybody's talking about this because they feel like shit, man. We made so many diversity gains, and now we're losing them all, okay? Now companies are like, yo, I got to roll this back. This shit ain't working. All right? And McDonald's is the latest one. So AP had put this article out for 4 years after launching a push for more diversity in its ranks. McDonald's is ending some of its diversity practices, and it cites this U.S. Supreme Court decision that outlawed affirmative action in college administration. This is bullshit, by the way, okay? That ain't it. That ain't it. It has nothing to do with the U.S. Supreme Court decision. It has everything to do with money, all right? If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. I've been saying that, all right? Walmart, John Deere, Harley Davidson's, and others also rolled back their DEI initiatives. Yeah. Because, look, let's be real. If there was all of this affirmative action, you know, problems, if this was a major problem, all right, this which hit in 23, they probably would have made a move immediate, right? They would have snapped and made that decision. Hey, you know what? They've already ruled this is 2023. They've ruled on it. Let's go ahead and pull it back. And in all of 2024, we would have already had this story out there. This story would have already been out there, but it's not. And the reason it wasn't is because that had nothing to do with it. This is what it's all about right here. Yeah, McDonald's posted its biggest decline in global sales in 4 years. Do you see the correlation? Oh, 4 years ago, what happened? What happened? 4 years ago, let me share this thing. 4 years ago, they launched diversity the practices of diversity, equity, inclusion. Let's get this diversity stuff going. So 4 years later, they cancel it. And it just so happens to be just coinky dinky that, yeah, they posted their biggest decline in global sales in 4 years. I wonder why they decided to pull the plug on all of this DEI nonsense. Because they see that it doesn't make money. They start to get the picture. They put it together.
My mom tried to go to McDonald's like a couple weeks ago. She was telling me about this. She goes in there and there's nobody at the front desk. You know, there's people making food and stuff in the back. And the one lady that does come up and asked her, or she tells her to go use the, you know, like the digital giant iPad thing to order her own food. So she goes over to that, and on the side of it has a list of like some deal that she wanted. But you can only get the deal if you order it through your phone, and my mom doesn't have the app for the phone, and so she's sitting there like, can somebody just help me put in the code to do this? And there's nobody there to help her, so she ended up just fucking leaving because she couldn't even order her food. She's like, fuck this, and just left. So,
yeah, they tried. Hey, let's put some let's put some stuff in place so that we can get, you know, still have our customers coming in and being able to order food. But yeah, with all of the money hikes, and they got to start paying fast food workers more money, especially in California, man. Fast food workers are making like $20 an hour. It's insane. You know, you got to start doing all of these DEI hiring practices, you know, bringing in more folks and putting them in the higher upper ranks. And then you end up with your biggest decline in global sales in 4 years. You're going to pull the plug on something that's not working.
You end up with
has not turned into money.
They hire a bunch of these people too, and then what ends up happening is they only give them like 10 to 15 hours a week, and then they split up their schedules all stupid. So
yeah.
You're working 3 hours here, 4 hours here, and maybe if you're lucky, you'll get 20 hours a week at one of these places. Sure, you're making $20 an hour, but your schedule's so messed up, you can't go and get a second job somewhere because every week is different. You don't have a set schedule. So they just screw you all around.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you listen. Besides the you know, hiring people and paying them $20 an hour to do, you know, a job that probably ain't but $8 an hour's worth of work.
need a hand
Besides
here,
that,
partner.
the fact that you're hiring people, you're hiring them based on skin color. You're hiring them based on gender. They're getting the jobs. They're getting the roles because everybody said, hey, you know, some of these people deserve jobs. Just give them a job. Just give them a job and they'll be fine. They'll get it done. They'll get the work done. And then McDonald's posts this just massive loss in global sales. At some point in time, it's like they had to do what's right for their business, their shareholders, and their bottom line. Otherwise, they were just going to continue to lose money. So yeah, and listen, it's not just in the United States, all right? Sales was falling in U.S., Europe, and China. So this is something at the top. This is not the inline workers, all right? This ain't the people in the restaurants. This is something higher up because it's affecting the entire company.
So you think?
Like
so you think they're losing? You think they're losing money because of DEI and not because their food is disgusting?
I don't think China's hiring any DEI, but you know.
Look, the food always been disgusting.
Wait. Come on now. I'm with you a bit. Like, come on. That food is disgusting. The power of social media and people saying, "Hey, dude, this stuff is not good for you." Hey, people not checking for McDonald's. Young kids ain't saying, "Oh, let me have some McDonald's."
It was that way 20 years ago. It was that way 20 years ago.
And I go there, and I gotta go there. I gotta go online. I gotta go online to put my order in. I'm just right here. I can't get customers. This stuff, they're losing money because the customer service sucks. They're cutting corners.
Listen, T, I'm not even arguing with you on that. I'm just saying that this ain't no damn coincidence that that they had their biggest decline in global sales in 4 years. All right, in the last 4 years, their biggest decline in global sales, and that just so happens to coincide 4 years after launching a push for more diversity. So in the last 4 years, they've been pushing for diversity, and then at the end of them 4 years, biggest decline in global sales. That's what I'm saying. I'm drawing comparisons. I'm correlating. I'm putting 2 and 2 together. I said,
no,
okay.
They have competition. They got competition. They've
always had competition. They've always had competition.
Not at this rate. Chipotle's kicking their butt, right? Like they're not.
All right, listen, like I said, I'm just putting 2 and 2 together, T. I'm just looking at these 2 facts and figures, and I'm saying, is this a coincidence? That it just so happens that 4 years ago, they tried to push for diversity, equity, and inclusion, and now they have their biggest decline in 1 year at the end of that 4 years, and they said, the hell with this, we got to pull the plug? I think you can put 2 and 2 together, bro. This seems to be directly related. That's why they're making the move. It has nothing to do with the Supreme Court's decision, I can tell you that. That's what they're claiming. Oh, it's because of the Supreme Court. This ain't got nothing to do with the Supreme Court. This has everything to do with the fact that you are losing money.
Yeah,
period, point blank.
T, do you think that the DEI might also have something to affect the customer service as well?
I think so.
People who don't speak English and shit and can't help you with any of your stuff?
I think some of that stuff is. Yeah. I mean, look, I think the DEI sucks. I think that it didn't. Me as a black man, I did not benefit from DEI, so I can care less about it. I think black women and gay black men benefited from that, you know, and trans or whatever you want to call yourself, you know what I mean? You know, like it didn't benefit me, man. There was no reward. If anything, there was more of a punishment, right? George Floyd passes away. I didn't get no benefit from that. Black women came up, not me. I didn't come up, and I got a master's. You know what I'm saying? I got a master's degree, and I got people telling me what to do.
Look, check this part out, all right? Because it's speaking directly to where they're attacking the diversity at. To Syfax's point, McDonald's said Monday it will retire specific goals for achieving diversity at what? Senior leadership levels. So it's not about the lower tier cats, middle management. No, they're talking about senior leadership. And senior leadership is generally what drives a lot of these, we got to push, you know, certain types of customer service. We want our customers to feel this way, that way, or we want to do this or do that with our customer service, the way we present ourselves out there and everything. So a lot of that stuff starts at the top. So they're saying, yeah, we're getting rid of all of these goals at the senior leadership levels. And, you know, we're just getting it down to brass tacks. You got to be good at your job. If you're not good at your job, you're not hired. That's it. That's all. That's the bottom line, which is the way it always should have been. You know, the fact that people want jobs based on skin color. Hey, give me a job based on the fact that I'm a black woman or a woman, period, or a black man or whatever. Like, I don't want a job based on that crap. I want a job based on the fact that I'm the best person for the job. I'm good at my job. And if I'm not the best person for the job, I need to raise my levels up. I need to get better. I need to raise my game. That's how you really help communities. That's how you help black people. Hey, step your game up. Compete with the best of the best. And then you will become the best of the best. Compete with them and get better. Quit trying to get over on your skin color and your damn and the fact that you got a vagina or whatever. Stop trying to get over on that shit. That ain't the way to make money. That ain't the way to level up. Level up by leveling your skills up, man. I just don't get it. I don't get it. But I want to jump over to this. And this is talking directly about that. I don't know if you guys have heard of this dude, Roland Martin. Anybody heard of Roland Martin? Yeah, he got a talk show where he talks about these types of issues. This guy is an idiot. Let me just start off with saying that, man. This man is not an intelligent man at all. I don't know. He has a very big platform. I don't know how he got so big, but this guy, he is the biggest like shill woke apologist for DEI bullshit I've ever heard of. I've listened to him for a little bit, and it's just like, golly, man, this guy is horrible in his opinions. But I want to play this piece just for a few, and we'll talk about it on the other end. Him talking about McDonald's and the fact that they're pulling the plug on these DEI initiatives.
Is claiming success because McDonald's is the latest company that has announced they're rolling back their DEI initiatives. This here is the headline in the Associated Press. And when you read this particular story, McDonald's joins companies like Walmart, John Deere, Harley-Davidson, and others rolling back their DEI initiative. The story says McDonald's said Monday it will retire specific goals for achieving diversity at senior leadership levels. They also will end a program that encourages its suppliers to develop diversity training and to increase the number of minority group members represented within their own leadership ranks. Now, McDonald's said that they achieve a lot of their particular goals, which a lot of these initiatives were rolled out in 2021. AP says McDonald's, they said they rolled these diversity initiatives in 2001 after a spate of sexual harassment lawsuits filed by employees in a lawsuit alleging discrimination brought by a group of black former McDonald's franchise owners. Now, if you go through this particular story here, they cite the Supreme Court decision ending affirmative action in colleges and universities. And many of these white conservatives, they have been using that as a way to target these various corporations. And so one of the folks who is claiming credit for what happened is Robbie Starbuck. So Robbie, let me pull this back up here. So Robbie Starbuck.
Okay, so he's setting it up, basically. He's setting up what it is that he wants, that he's talking about. I want to move it ahead a little bit when he starts talking about Robbie Starbuck and the things that Robbie Starbuck is saying. He calls him some names and all of that kind of shit. Let me get to...
Never heard of this guy. Didn't he just say white conservatives, and then he brings up, I guess, I'm assuming this is a black conservative?
These are all black conservatives here, yeah. These are, or not black conservatives, these are all black liberals. Everybody on this panel is liberal. But let me fast forward it a little bit so we can hear from, his panel and how they feel about this.
Because Costco, Randy said, hell no, we're not sitting here backing down from. Costco stood by their DEI efforts. And that's what more companies need to be doing. And I call this, and I told a number of different corporations, you're going to get targeted by a lot of these people because they're going to go after every single program that's being created to provide some opportunities for African Americans and others. And folks like Robbie Starbuck, they love talking about, oh, you need to be colorblind in merit, but they say nothing about legacy. They say nothing about in these corporations, in these franchises, how white owners have been making millions and billions all of these years. They say nothing about those different things. And so this is attacking any program that exists. And you know what? Let me also say this here. White women have been beneficiaries, and you got guys like Robbie Starbuck who act as if white men somehow are being disenfranchised when, let's look at boards of directors. Let's look at McDonald's franchise owners. Let's look at corporate executives. And so they want to stop black advancement. That's what they want to do. And so corporations like McDonald's are giving in to these thugs. And I call them thugs.
So, yeah, he thinks that the whole point of this, the whole point of pulling back DEI is just racism, is basically what he's saying. We want to stop black advancement. We don't want black people to make anything of their lives and all of this crap, which is absolute nonsense. And again, all of these initiatives that were pushed in place, they didn't have to do it. Nobody forced McDonald's to do any of this stuff initially. But they thought that they was going to get a little bit of money or a little bit of love or get some of this, maybe look good to the, investment groups like BlackRock, right? Because BlackRock was the main progenitors of a lot of this stuff. Say, hey, you know what? It'd be really good for you guys, for your stock, if you start hiring more black executives and senior leadership. And so a lot of these companies did it on that level, all right? But now that McDonald's is pulling a plug and all of these other companies are saying, you know what? Nah, we good. We don't need to do this anymore. And as a matter of fact, doing this is costing us money. These guys are upset. These guys are pissed. And it's like, no, give me a good reason why I should hire somebody strictly based on skin color. You can't. You can't do it. And that's one of the major problems that DEI, they've never been able to successfully answer that question because it's a dumb question to begin with. You cannot hire people strictly based on skin color and think that that's cool. That's not going to be, again, like I said earlier, that's not the way to promote, black skills in any case. Like help black people get ahead. Well, the best way to help black people get ahead is, hey, get over there and beat out this better person. And then after you beat him, beat the next guy. And then after you beat that next guy, beat that next guy.
None of these people look like they're suffering because of the DEI stuff, one way or the other. I mean, even the third guy there, who looks like he just does slam poetry on the weekends and that's his main job. I mean, that guy's not suffering, it looks like. I mean, come on.
I want to get
None
to
of this
his
stuff
panel.
affects
Like
these
this
people.
one chick. Okay, she was the first one. Let me get to her because she's the one that kind of made me. All right, let me talk about DEI tonight. Listen to her comments on this situation.
No, they want to play this. Oh no, we're all on the same equal playing field, and we know that's BS.
It's absolute BS. And, I want to make it clear that diversity, equity, and inclusion programs and initiatives were started to neutralize the obvious discrimination that was occurring in companies. It was not a favor for us. It was not to get less qualified people. It was to neutralize what was already happening. Years of discrimination, okay? And even with these programs, we have to understand that 88%, okay, 88% of CEOs, CFOs, and COOs of companies are white men. 88%. So either you have to decide that you believe that only white men are qualified to be in leadership positions, or you have to recognize that there obviously are biased hiring decisions and promotion decisions and supplier decisions going on. So they develop these programs. But what's happening now is a war for the small progress that we've made. For instance, in 2021, there were 6 black CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, like 2%. After the George Floyd murder, it moved up to 8. But they didn't want us to have that. They're saying, oh no, we will sue you if you continue with these programs. So what McDonald's has done, and I work for McDonald's as a consultant in DEI, and they were making great strides because what they did is they would say something like, we want 25% of our executive staff, our management and above, for instance, to be women. Right? And so they would tie the people's compensation and everything to diversity, equity, and inclusion goals. Do you know why they did that? They did it because it doesn't happen. People aren't nice. People don't work for diversity, equity, and inclusion unless they're incentivized.
So you heard that, right?
You want to talk about hiring biases that are going on there right now? We could go into like any big company right now, and if they still hand out regular resumes, which a lot of them do, you'll get a regular resume, and then you'll get a stack of fucking papers that tells you all the benefits you'll get if you get hired on because you're black, trans, gay, whatever. You'll get like a whole little docket of like extra things to incentivize you.
Yeah.
But None of that applies to me. You want to talk about unfair hiring biases? How about that shit? How about giving me a fucking pamphlet because of a bunch of shit that I don't get? But if I was black or gay or something, oh, look at all these cool things you have. If you fit this, if you fit all this,
and check all the right boxes.
But yeah, it's unbiased.
Right. That you heard her say it, right? You heard her say it. I worked for McDonald's as a DEI consultant. Say no more.
So a useless job. Yeah.
Say no more. It's a worthless job, but that's what she's saying is, oh, snap. My hustle is about to go up in smoke because now McDonald's isn't going to be hiring me to be a DEI consultant anymore because they're getting rid of all of their DEI nonsense. Shoot, I got to get out here and say something. Roland, can I jump on your channel and can I talk about it for a little bit? That's basically what's going on right now, okay? That this chick and all of these other people, I'm not going to even play the rest of it. All of these other people, they all make their mail off of diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's just like going back to that movie, Am I Racist by Matt Walsh. It's an entire hustle. It's an entire grip. And all of these cats, the gig is up, man. Or the jig is up. The jig and the gig is up. Because people are no longer falling for the banana in the tailpipe. No, I'm not giving you a job just because you're going to tell me I'm a black, or since you're a black woman or a black man or an Asian woman or a Latino man or whatever it is. I'm no longer going to give you a job based on that. And I'm not going to let you get in here and talk to my people and try to guilt trip them on the fact that they're not, you need to check your privilege. You need to help some of these people out. It's like, no, you're going to hustle and grind just like everybody else. All right, you're gonna hustle and you're gonna grind just like everybody else. And listen, I've said this many times. If you want to be a CEO, ain't nothing stopping you from being a CEO. But being a CEO is not an easy job. It's not a job everybody wants. How many people do you know out there that could do the job of a CEO? There's a reason that CEOs are CEOs, okay? Because it's a tough job. Not everybody can do that job. And so if you find yourself in the mix, hold up, T, what's going on camera? If you find yourself in the mix of being a CEO, you are one of the elite people in the world. How many people can go and do, we rag on Bob Iger being the CEO of Disney and everything. How many people legitimately walking the planet can come in and do a job like that? Where you got to handle multiple different levels of business. You got to schmooze with all kinds of different people's political, businessmen and everything. How many people can actually do that job? Oh, it's not enough black CEOs. How many black people want to be CEOs? And maybe a lot of them do want to be CEOs, but how many can do that job? You want to be a CEO right now? Here's what I want you to do. Go out there and be a hedge fund man. Go be a hedge fund man. All right, convince people to hand you $1 billion to invest. Now, if you got the goods and you got the skills and you got the ability, you could be a CEO right now. Go be a hedge fund manager. How many people want to do that kind of a job? How many people want to be able to say, hey, man, you know what? I got to convince people to hand me billions of dollars in order for me to invest money. That's hard to work. That's impossible. All right? And the people that do it, hats off to them. That's not something I could do. But if you want to do that job, do the job. There are plenty of people out there that want to do the job, but they don't have what it takes. T, you jumped up on camera. What you got to say?
My perspectives on this is a little bit different, man. I don't think that it just proved my point. What I said earlier, the black woman, she's out front for that DEI stuff. Because they check two boxes, right? She's a woman and she's, considered black, right? African American, you know what I'm saying? You pick either one. So she's checking two boxes. It was never about never about equity amongst men benefiting, right? Like I said, I got a master's, right? That don't mean shit, you know what I mean? Like, listen, all those programs are those programs designed to help specifically blacks or what? Because America owes me. It owes my legacy of being black man. It owes me, but they're never going to pay the bill. And I think when you get into the propaganda of that stuff, it messes things up because there's no way to make something. You can't make something right. You can't make what's messed up about America right. There's nothing you can do. It's the legacies of our forefathers that we have to inherit, but it's not our responsibility to fix it. And I think when they do those programs, they undermine progress, right? What she did say about CEOs, okay, the CEOs did not qualify. I don't feel like everybody gets a trophy, right? But hey, I don't think there's anything wrong with us saying, hey, I don't want to lose them. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I want to live in a nice house. I want to do, what do I need to do to take care of that? Because it does seem biased. It does seem unfair. And I hear y'all saying this stuff, but it's the game is already rigged for them, right? Now, what's wrong with saying, hey, man, make it an even playing field where, hey, we don't have to worry about race. Matter of fact, stop putting race on the goddamn application. How about you stop doing that? Why is that on an application for anything? What is your race? That'll kill that DEI.
Obviously, man, it's to check the boxes of who's hired, who's not, who's getting in, who's not getting in. That's basically what it is. If you want to exclude people, if you want to categorize people, put their name, force them to put certain things. You know what's funny? They've done studies about this. They've done studies on, hey, leave race out, leave gender out. All right. Just look at it like they've taken applicants, they give them a code number. All you know about this person is a number. This is the number of this applicant, and then here's their list of this is their resume. This is the number of the applicant, this is their resume, this is their accomplishments, this is everything that they've done in their careers and in their lives, blah 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 blah. They've done this as a study. And do you know, out of all of those people, who got hired the most? Who? White men.
And I can
It was still white men at the end of the day. It was still people that actually proved it from a merit-based situation. I've stated this before. When you put white men, and this isn't the cape for white men or anything, but it's just a fact, is that if you put these guys behind the 8 ball and make everything harder for them, the only thing they got left is to be better. If you said your race and your gender cannot help you, all right, you would be better off being, or your sexuality. If none of that stuff can help you, the only thing you got left is your merit. That's it. The only thing you got left is how good am I at my job? And so now I got to be better than everybody. And in order for me to get a job, I'm literally going to have to be better than the black man, than the white woman, than the Asian man, than the Asian lady, than the Mexican. I got to be better than everybody because I don't have any of these descriptors playing to my advantage. I can't get a job based on my race. I can't get a job based on my skin color. I can't get a job based on my sexuality. So yeah, straight white men. That's all they got. And so what they end up doing is just leveling themselves up so high that they end up just being better than everybody. And then that's all it is to it. Then they got the job. And because they're just better than everybody because they don't have any kind of handicaps that they can throw out there and say, hey, I'm a black man or whatever. Oh, okay, you're hired. There's no boxes for them to check other than I'm damn good. That's the only box they got left that they can check. And so that's what ends up happening. And so to me, it's like playing to that, you're like, put everybody in the same playing field. Put everybody in the same playing field and let everybody compete. I'm down for that. That's what I want to see. I want to see everybody competing and make the best man win. Not getting love because of DEI, or because I'm this or I'm that,
I don't know, D. I mean, what you're talking about, man, my viewpoints are different, and I respect yours, and I respect everybody else's, right? But I am not about to be mediocre, right? Like, I don't like mediocrity, and I think that some of those things, you have to acknowledge that some of those practices are unfair on both ends. Somebody gonna lose. We all knew that this was happening. Hey, we got a lot of stuff for you. Cool. We don't have a lot of stuff for you. Y'all gonna be the first ones cut. That's all that's about. You know what I mean? It's just economics and just okay. It's self-preservation, right? These companies are trying to preserve what they have and have what maintain it, right? And if I gotta cut y'all, I don't care if you're black, white, green, or gray. I'm gonna get rid of you, right? Because it's about self-preservation. So more so than anything, if you want to fix this thing, get rid of asking what somebody's race is. You know what I mean? On this damn on the damn loan applications, on the goddamn job applications, and then you don't have this problem, right? You can say, well, they just chose the right person, right? Hey.
Again, I don't have a problem with that either. But the people that have the most problem with that would be the folks not getting hired, right? The women, you know, like the racial people that
What are you
make.
talking about? What are you talking about? Black women get hired. Black women get hired more so than
I just
anybody.
explained it to you. And I need to find the study, but I just explained it. They did a study, a blind hiring study. They've done it, and white men got the jobs more than anybody else. And so at the end of the day, but what happened? What happened? They stopped doing the blind hiring because they weren't getting the results. They thought the results were going to favor, it was more equal and less white people got the job. No, more white people got hired. More white men got hired. So it ends up becoming, it ended up defeating their argument of blind hiring. Like the argument you're making is, and I think, and I'm not saying you're not about that. I believe you are. But the blind hiring that these cats wanted to push, it ended up backfiring on them because more white males, straight white males got the job. And so then they was like, well, shit, this didn't work. We thought it was just going to prove what we've been saying all along, that, some of these guys, are not qualified or we're more qualified or as qualified. And it ended up proving all of the DEI camp wrong. And so they ended up pulling a plug on the blind hiring stuff. All right, that's it. No more blind hiring. Let's just go back to checking boxes so we can make sure these people that, are crying about, equity and all of that crap, we can make sure they get the job. Back, you've been silent. Let's go ahead, bro. Anything you got to say?
Oh, no. I mean, I'm just listening to you guys go at it. No, I was just thinking, I was like, dude, I'm kind of in the, like, if I'm going for a job, say I got 10 years of experience and I'm a white dude, and then a black dude goes in there, he only has 2 years of experience. I'm almost guaranteed right now here in California that black dude's getting that job. Almost guaranteed out here. And that's what's crazy. Like I said, dude, every place you go to, these applications, they give you a stack of stuff that basically says, if you're not in this packet, like you're on the bottom of the list, man. You just are. It doesn't matter your qualifications anymore, and especially because a lot of companies, they'll want to hire the other person because then they can pay them less too, because you're going to want more money because you're worth more in a way, even if you'd be the best fit for the job. So they don't do the best fit for the job anymore. It's just, okay, are we paid less, and then also, do you fit some of these boxes we need to tick? And a meritocracy is pretty much dead over here, especially, dude, in California. It's really fucking bad out here. Like, so I mean, I'm
my own boss. I run my own business. I'm my own boss, and I ain't got to deal with that. That's such an empowering thing, and that's what. Didn't mean to cut you off, Cyfax, but the thing that's affecting the entire economy right now is that the young generation right now is like, I don't want a boss. They got side jobs, and they're like, I don't want to deal with that, because they see the chaos and unhappiness that grown-ups present, and they totally checked out. They're like, I can't afford a house, I can't afford this, I can't afford the things that I need in life. So why would I want to participate in something that's not good for me? They're willing to move out of the country. They're willing to move about and say, hey, you know what? I don't have to do that. You know what I mean? They're like, I don't, that's not for me. They do that constantly. And that's scary, because you know what? That means you have to create a whole new class of people you could take advantage of. And they can't take advantage of these people because these young people are talking to each other. They're on social media. They have this, they have outlets. They have other means of entertaining them. Do you think these kids are saying, hey, I'm going to pay a $90 internet bill? No, they're like, for what? I just watch it on my phone. That's scary. That's the problem is you've got a generation of disruptors. That's what they should call them. This generation of disruptors. And what that does is that makes all this stuff seem like nonsense, because they don't even want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with nobody saying, hey, you don't want to hire me because I'm black, you don't want to hire me because I'm white, you don't want to hire me because I'm gray, green, or whatever ethnicity. They're like, I don't want to do that. If you put kids together in a bin and play together, they don't know that they're black, they don't know that they're green, they don't know, they just want to play. That's how most people want to just live about their life. Hey man, so-and-so happens to be this, you're just my friend. I'm not looking at you as, hey, you're white or you're green, you're my friend. It's all that other stuff that gets in the way that makes things difficult, man. It makes things majorly difficult.
No, real talk, man. You got a good point there, man. I feel like that's one of the major problems. All of these conversations kind of derail away from the major point. And I think the major point when it comes to diversity, equity, and inclusion is, yeah, we want everybody to be treated on an equal level, but we don't want to basically reverse the racism or the exclusion that they've been fighting against. We don't want to reverse that. We just want to put everybody on the equal playing field and say, all right, all things are equal now. go for it, may the best man win. I think that's what we all want. But unfortunately, some people, because they know they'll never be the best, and they feel like, well, if I can co-opt, this industry because I'm a black man, or because I'm a woman, or because I'm this or that, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use the I guess the victimhood, points that I can score. I'm gonna use that to my advantage, which is basically what DEI has turned into. It's turned into, I want to use the fact that I'm a black woman or a black man or an Asian or whatever. I want to use that as an advantage. And because at first it was a disadvantage, at least they thought it was a disadvantage. Now I want to use it as an advantage. And to me, that's where this thing went off the rails.
I've more seen it like when all this DEI crap started coming around. It was just like the colleges kind of made this random bullshit go out there, and now it made companies it gave companies a reason to make some bullshit a job for them, because they're like, oh well, this person doesn't want to be a salesperson, they don't want to be in this, oh let me manage this thing that doesn't exist. So it kind of created a new job that doesn't need to actually be there. I think that's one of the bigger problems.
Exactly. It creates jobs that weren't needed in the first place to solve.
And now they're going away slowly.
And it's to solve a problem that's an easy problem to solve. An easy problem to solve. Hey, just treat everybody the same. Get out your feelings, treat everybody the same, it will be good. Let me hit these super chats, man. I had some super chats piled up that I didn't realize. We got all off the rails. Staccato DDS for $9.99. There were probably more displaced during the '93 earthquake, and that worked out. He's talking about like the people that were displaced from their homes. Yeah, I mean, the earthquakes all displaced. I think that's the Northridge. I want to say was that the Northridge quake? Was that 93 or 94? I'm not sure which one that was. That might have been the
94.
Yeah, I think the Northridge earthquake, that was a huge earthquake. That's the one that wrecked the Northridge Mall. Man, that was devastating. And a lot more people died than are dying in the fire. And lots of people were displaced during that. But yeah, to Staccato's point, worked out just fine. There was no real issues. I mean, issues obviously, but they were able to get through it. And that was 30 years ago. So I think we'll be fine. Not
Still 32?
Still 32. And we'll be 32 all day till midnight, and it should be 20 something. I ain't sleepy, so I'm probably gonna go at like 1.